Young. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Broncos. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. All right, Larry, there's a look inside Soldier Field here in the windy city of Chicago. A moment ago, it was the Bronco offense making their way onto the field. Emmanuel Sanders and the rest of the receiving corps, they're in for a tough one as they square off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 05 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On the toss play, this is Drake. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So it'll be first down here after the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Smith. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball. Put points on the board first and let everyone start to celebrate.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Not like confidence, is there? When you played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. Pushing his way through. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
When Gerald McCoy entered the NFL, he was part of a huge debate around the league. Gerald McCoy or Ndamukong Suh? Who would be the better defensive tackle? They both had more than their share of moments, and what's made Gerald McCoy a perennial Pro Bowl player, his ability to play just about anywhere on the defensive line, but especially to work over the centers and guards in order to create havoc in the pocket.
Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Von Miller picked up in 2016 where he left off, rushing quarterbacks and putting them on the ground. The MVP of Super Bowl 50, he continued that play in the regular season. Another all-pro year. And how does he get to them? His ability to bend. Like a slalom skier going through gates, gets lower than offensive tackles trying to block him.
This is Coleman. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Here we go.
Coleman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard near the 48-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. They'll set up to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air. But it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On first down, Drake. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henderson. 23 yards on the play. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
Now a handoff as they run left side. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal from the 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for sure.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him.
A nice carry there of 15 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result. Because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They will run again with Coleman. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. And time is up on the first quarter. 10-zip our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. To throw now on first down. An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Play action. It's Smith. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Third and 2, Smith. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Broncos send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They knew they were going to have great field position. Went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff for Drake. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Second down following the run. Right back to Drake. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On the give, this is Drake. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. Oh, nice spin. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble. from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
Trying to run the option right side, Smith. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Smith. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Running, it's Drake pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
To throw on second down is Smith. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control a game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
As we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run. I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Coleman now. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Smith looking to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Smith to throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll set up a throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll throw now on the final play. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to be incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks. And welcome, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Broncos are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Buccaneers won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Set up now, 3rd and 7. Nice work to make the catch in double coverage. And this will go all the way for a touchdown as they go out in front, 10-0. Broncos with the ball early in the second. Samuel's got the sack here. This goes for a loss of 9.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13th. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's Coleman. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. A swift move, but not a ton to show for it. Tackle just on the other side of midfield. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They're going to look to throw. He finds Coleman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. The handoff as they run the counter play. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Bucs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the carry, it's Davis. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll look to throw, and this one's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kramer. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Bucs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw here. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. Brand 38.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll drop the throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out.
That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Denver, and even 40 yards.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards. And now 1st and 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
3rd and long, it's Smith. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38!
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground.
Here we go!
And he gives this time to the tailback. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up.
Stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's Davis now. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. Around the NFL, third quarter now up in Seattle. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Russell Wilson, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. So the Broncos coming out now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there. And the ball is knocked out, and the Buccaneers have it. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
He'll drop to throw. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
So they're going to go for 2. They'll set up to throw. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Here's Smith now on second down. Launching one for Henderson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They run the counter now on 1st down. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Smith. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jordan Willis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Godot's kick is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw. Evans has it left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go! Brand 38!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamie Meter in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Brendan Langley picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
To throw is Smith. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the 10. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Second down, here's Smith. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Austin Hooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Throw left side complete. That's Evans. 6 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. A win would be their 1st of the young season. They'll set up a throw over the middle to Evans. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Off of play action, here's Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. William Golston. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackles.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And it was the Saints that wound up winners in that one. Alvin Kamara, 2 touchdowns on the ground to help lead the way. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Back to throw here. He finds Coleman. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. He'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone? We can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Washington Redskins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They go play action here on first down. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Going to give this time to the tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one. Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll set up to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once again...
The storyline in this one, Charles. much, Larry. As usual, the streets in the nearby French Quarter are alive as we are in... First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Starts with a handoff to Coleman. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And one advantage for this offensive unit is the big target, Mike Evans.
Play to his strength, his size and catch radius. Throw it up there, let him go get it.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Coleman has it here right side. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And some room to work. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. Kobe Flainer. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. William Golston in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Partner, I know that ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Holding offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
Here's Brian Anger now. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Tyrod Taylor leading the way offensively. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken at the 37. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here 1st and 10. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
And he's got room. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost, And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Now you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't...
President Roosevelt's health then took a dramatic turn for the worse. As the war was coming to a close, the British operatives in the Democratic Party pressured Roosevelt to replace Wallace with Harry S. Truman in the 1944 election. Truman was not committed to fighting for Roosevelt's principles, but had proven himself willing to submit to Churchill's post-war outlook. By April 1945, OSS Chief William Donovan met President Roosevelt in the Oval Office. On his departure, having witnessed the president's condition, Donovan grimly remarked to his trusted aide, "It's over. It's all over."
think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, bud?
Not much.
This is caught inside
Oh,
the
nice. Just got the old headphones charged up. The day's off. Took about 2 hours to charge.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run. We know they can.
I'm gonna pull up a live stream right now myself.
They just out physical guys down
Oh,
the
nice.
field and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big
Me
gain as
too.
a result on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the
Ain't got number 2 offense this year, sir.
But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb
That was awful.
when he had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him?
What are you streaming, Mudrunner?
Before he could take his
Yep.
first step.
Nice.
Episode 3 of Default Vehicles.
I didn't even know you were
Looking
streaming.
to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
I'm hour 13 minutes into it. I'm just now getting ready to carry logs.
Oh, that's why. That was my other account.
And he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Makes sense.
Alex Okafor in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. It's his third year in the league. Not a rookie, not even a sophomore. He's got to know by now when to get rid of the football.
Yeah, so much for the internal clock. I think we put an external clock on now. When we went plus 5 seconds, the ball's got to get away from him. Otherwise, that's the end result.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second
Hey,
quarter.
there's a little buck in my chat.
Word.
And the first play will be a field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And Frank's kick
It can go
is
all the
good.
way around. Nice.
And that will tie us at
I'm just gonna click it
3-3.
right here
So
for
this
now.
offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is
Top
the
engine. Change truck. Pack the logs. And away you go. Oh wait. I need fuel.
The week before, me and the Broncos fucking had a game that was 9. The score was 9-6.
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
It was hard.
Yo.
Fight forward to about the
Hey.
27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What it do?
What's up, bud?
and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Ton of nothing.
You're right on.
Again, it's Kamara. And just a short gain that time as they're able to
Max,
get
I'll probably get on it after this game.
That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Alright, no problem.
The best defensive line.
Kung Fu Blue is waiting for me to finish this one, so.
Get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Register, we're going to play some 7 Days to Die if you want to play. We're going to start that stream.
Yeah,
oh, nice pick.
Hitting the bad after this now.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on.
Gotcha.
We do have
No
a
problem.
flag down.
Oh, what
So
happened?
let's see what this is about.
Uh-oh, what?
Oh, they threw a flag. A flag.
Oh, I was about to say, man, what? Oh.
So that one will be accepted.
Got to make sure you throw that L in there, buddy.
And a great spot to start this
You don't want your Madden crowd to get real offended.
Yes.
Too late, I'm already
All one of them.
Yeah, my one watcher's Kung Fu Blue, and he's pretty hard to defend.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
I'm surprised it up.
Pretty late for him.
Oh, yeah.
Turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Alex Okafor in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And they do get him down, but not
How was it
before
after I
he
left,
reaches
Slim?
the
Still dead as
4-yard
shit.
line.
Yeah, boring as shit.
On 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. And he's got
Oh, nice.
caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the...
Back out the microphone a little bit, sir.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hard.
You're breathing pretty heavy there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, shit.
And he's got it
Ah.
first time. That's complete. And down he goes.
At least made a tackle.
Takes it up to the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
Superman.
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way.
Damn, Roaster, where you at? In the middle of the woods, in the middle of the dark?
Yep.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Left side and caught by Flainer. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't
One
make
more
it
down,
in
she
that league.
loads
I
the
would have
girl.
a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And the second
Nice.
wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I'm 6-1 right now in the league.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just
Sure.
saw there, because this has been a
I had a
pretty
good
long
comeback
drive.
year after
When you think that
9 and
wears
7.
down a defense, in this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. He gets it to Brown. Good
Oh, man.
And they do
I've got my team pretty well-round built right now.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up
Carson Wentz is not playing up to his money, though, I'll tell you that. I mean, he's doing good, but not fucking top-tier quarterback good.
Back to throw.
God,
I noticed you got a new quarterback. We'll have to see Giles get hurt or something.
Yeah.
That's what's his injury stat, you know? That'd be low.
84.
Yeah, it's low for that.
Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him.
Motherfucker's always getting hurt.
And they should. He's a very good player.
Yep. I'm already eyeballing the draft.
So many different spots.
Smart man.
Put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
Fucking bastard.
So we're right back where we started.
So this is your last game, Warbuck? At least for now.
Yeah.
This is fielded at the goal
Alright.
line.
After this game, yeah, we're going to get some stuff.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Some groceries.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out.
They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not
This is a nobody rookie I drafted.
and just shy of the 40.
Damn.
Very nice.
Looks like he's doing good so far for what I see. tossing that bitch, man. Like the people I look at that's open, he passes it to him.
He's a 71. He's got,
Like a 77.
he's got a decent arm and mediocre everything else.
He's playing good though, so far. I mean, that's just one game, but.
Nah, I think it's the second game.
Oh, okay.
Son of a bitch.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Son of a bitch.
About 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I'm trying to watch the rest of the stream. You're streaming, my buddy's streaming too. Keep bouncing. I got your stream on the TV, and I keep bouncing on the phone from registers to my buddies.
Damn it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it. Oh.
Saints pressure gets him. Brought down from
Can't be a statue, dog. Can't.
Third.
Bring him down for a loss of 7.
Oh,
That's making money.
Sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary.
Damn, yeah, he literally just a statue. What the fuck was up with that?
Flat out cannot handle this pass rush.
He didn't move. That needs to fix
Like,
that.
they don't mean like pocket, like literally.
You can lead the pocket, even though you're a pocket passer. It's okay.
Oh, that's not
That's
gonna
how you
help.
throw the ball away with no penalty.
Around the 43. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
Really had the other dude not get fucking blown up.
No.
The first one ever, though. You give him that.
Hang in there, my man.
Rough fucking match. Man,
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they went the wrong way
fucking
there. Losing
shotguns,
yardage
man.
back
Oh,
at the
shit.
43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they
That
were just
Nazi
closing
had
in. That
my
was going
bad,
nowhere.
John.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to
Cheap
give you a little
bitch.
bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
They run it again with Kamara. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Oh.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I would say that's what you call a whole lot for a little,
of course they're in
When
the
you
bunker.
bust that
They're
move out of
always
the
in
back,
the
you
fucking
go for more than
bunker.
4 yards, but hey, 4 is what he got. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll take it down.
I had to get a new cornerback. I was just, yeah, I was just getting beat up.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up.
Was it get a new starter or a second starter or whatever?
Yeah, new starter.
Keep him short of the first.
Damn it. How did the other dude not
I guess there's 2
fucking
starters.
die?
Like the corner, left and right side.
He's a 90.
What bullshit is that?
It's a little old for my taste, but it wasn't working, and I had the cap room, so I had to plug and play, so to speak.
Shit.
Right. What's your record?
1-4.
As he gets it away.
Oh shit! I thought you were doing good.
And not what he was hoping
I
for.
thought you were winning.
No.
Close
Because,
Tampa Bay trots out.
yeah, some of them.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like
But,
to of course, they'd like to forget
my rookie quarterback got all his goodness out last year and all his rookie shit in this year. And then he got hurt.
Damn.
Damn.
I mean, Godwin's done good. 5 for 6, 120, 1-1.
There's definitely going to be a quarterback battle preseason next year.
Should have sung a 3-way quarterback battle.
Could be.
And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
I did not do good at that game.
Because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage.
What are you playing, Matt?
Call of Duty.
And what I love about the good defensive tackle,
he's going to be wrapped
Sorry to hear.
Alex
Yes.
Sounds
This is
lonely.
the only Call of Duty I've played since like Modern Warfare 3, just because it's World War II, and I like that kind of shit. That's the only reason I'm playing it.
That's the last time I stopped playing, actually, was Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah. But like, I'm a bit of a history buff, so I was like, fuck it, I'll play this shit. Cause I grew up playing like Medal of Honor and shit.
Yeah. Those games are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually heard World War II is like a really good Call of Duty compared to all the like other bullshit ones they came out with.
Yeah, 'cause it's almost like it's just run a gun. There's no like crazy ass shit. So.
Okay. Yeah, no fucking jetpacks, you fucking bouncing off the wall and all that crazy shit.
Right, they're fucking like cyborgs and shit.
Yeah, I didn't know that was too much.
Yeah. I was gonna do Infamous Second Son, so I got that re-downloaded, but I think I might actually do just like a series of streams with that. Just play
yeah, you
it.
should. That'd be cool.
Yeah, so I've never played it before, so.
Fuck yeah, even better.
And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
I think Julian Edelman's on the Saints. I'm not sure though.
And a big collision there. He's hit.
He's like 33 and he wanted to fucking play for 2 more years. I was like, nah, players, that's the rest of that. I'm good. You know, from like when I first started, it was 89. Then you went to like 89 and 84.
Into double coverage and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick.
Now the Jets fucking took everyone from me. They took my backup quarterback, they took my fucking tight end, or they took my lineman. They're trying to become the Patriots. Oh, nice pick.
And he did.
Yeah, what you have to do is you got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes.
Yeah, that's Edelman right there, I think. Or 11. Little bitch ass bitch.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got.
Yeah, I felt bad. So I got passed out around like 10, so I was up. I stayed up all day and night. I was like, damn, man, I'm gonna fucking missing the game. I get up, it's like 4-7. I was like, well, Buck might be up probably. Didn't work.
You couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier, and guess what? You're gonna go back and tell your offensive coordinator.
I like waking up this early because like I go to sleep early, and then I wake up early, but I'm still like up like early enough to like play with y'all and shit.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
We all need to get a game the same. I guess I need to get the same game as y'all.
A lot of people at my work are like that too. They go to bed early and end up waking up early and do stuff before work. Me, I wait till the last minute and go to bed, and then 8 hours of sleep puts me like an hour before I need to work, which only takes me like 20 minutes.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
I get up, get ready, and go. And that's it.
In my old job, I could literally like probably walk there in 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I love jobs like that, man. Shit's just nice.
I know, it's like there's really no excuse to be late. Like, why were you late? I was hungover. I want to get that extra 30 minutes of sleep.
So I accidentally tripped a couple times on the sidewalk on the way here, so hook me up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it.
The cops pulled me over.
Right.
They said, "You don't belong here, boy."
Yeah, but sir, it's 2018, like, exactly.
You all don't belong here now.
None of us belong here.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy.
I feel like when I watch my games like you do, Lobuck, I fucking always lose. I never win. But like when I sim it, I win. I don't hit it. I think that is
and they were able to successfully complete that one.
I was reading how what everyone said about the simming and shit, and I guess like it's not good yet. It's like very inconsistent. Their stats, which I agree.
Right.
Like how's Carson Wentz? Like last week, he went fucking his QB rating was 39 something. Then next week is fucking like 130.
They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Yep.
Ah, shit. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to record another sack. Their 6th.
Kind of can't wait to actually watch y'all stream that 7 days to die.
Dude, I'm excited. It's been a long fucking time since we did some 7 days.
I think it's been a long time since you've like been in a party with us.
Man, hell yeah.
That's true as well.
I'm not being funny here. I'm being serious. It's been a while. Good to hear your voice.
Oh yeah, I know. Dude, literally all I've done lately is just sleep, work, and then take Allie to work.
Shit, I hear that.
That's all I've been doing.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard.
That rooster again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll hit him every fucking morning, dude. Literally, as soon as I woke up, I heard him. I was like, God damn it! Already, come on, man. It only takes so much.
Escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Shit, I heard.
David.
Yep.
Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz.
Sorry about that,
Takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now we talk about players.
Damn, y'all keep stacking that motherfucker.
I often laugh and sometimes call just straight ahead pursuit.
Who is that? Lil David. Oh, that's the one.
Right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance.
Damn, y'all both of y'all getting sacks this game. Look at them, they're getting sacks because they're fucking quarterback's a statue.
Pretty much.
Oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They find some open field here. And look out, I think he's going to go. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Oh.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And
Yep.
the Saints.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Watch out when it go. Come on, Tampa. You W. Ah, what the fuck. Man.
At this point, I don't want a W.
Oh shit.
I want picks. I want that. You got an eye on quarterback I want.
Shit.
Keep playing the way you're playing. You'll get picks, no problem, bud. No, watch your team do good as fuck next week. They'll probably play the number 1 ranked team and whoop their ass. But then you'll play like the Dolphins or somebody and they'll fucking blow you out. So I've been me to blew me out fucking 40-7 the fucking 2nd week in the league.
Damn.
That's my only loss of the year.
Progression pretty fast.
That's always. Oh yeah, they are. Their defense went from an 87 to 89 in like one game, I think. Jeez, that's good as fuck.